So bring your hands up on your collarbone, drop down just below the collarbone, and gently tap. So good morning, everybody. It's good to have everybody here. And today we stretch across the pond to the UK, which is awesome. Now we're going international. So gently tap just below the collarbone. Help to balance the energy in your kidneys, help to stimulate your kidneys, help them function better. So gently, gently tap. Good, move down to the middle of the sternum. The actual spot is if you find your xiphoid process, that little bone sticks down where your rib cage comes together and meets your sternum. You go 4 fingers above that, and that is the exact spot. But if you're using your fist, you've got a good amount of flexibility to be able to hit the spot. So this one is for your thymus to boost your immune system and your lungs to promote breathing. And the side of the ribs. For your spleen, your digestive system. Good, and loose and relax, swing your arm. So remember, it's a whole arm swing from the shoulder with no deliberate movement in your elbows, and as loose and relaxed as you can. And try and make it as effortless as you can. So it's loose and relaxed. So remember, swinging your arms is to promote circulation. Swinging your arms for 10 minutes will promote basic circulation. If you extend that to 20 minutes, it will activate your internal organs and stimulate your brain. And if you do the full 30 minutes in one go, it will reveal and cure hidden diseases. And remember, anything is better than nothing. So anytime you get the opportunity, just swing your arms. So loose and relax. So this morning, I thought we would go through the 4 basic movements and the sequences that we can do that are associated with the 4 basic movements. So I know we have a couple of people that are new to my classes. Not new to Qigong or Tai Chi, but new to my classes. And it's always good to go over the basics. So we're going to work on the 4 basic movements this morning. So the 4 basic movements, the purpose of them is, first of all, to teach you how you move your arms. Okay, so there's only 4 different ways that you can move your arms. They can only go up and down, in and out, open and close, and move in circles. And every other motion that we do is based on those 4 movements. They're also to give you an opportunity to work on your breathing, give you an opportunity to work on coordinating your breath with your movement. So remember that your breath is the link between your mind and your body. You use your mind to control your breathing, and your breathing to control your movement. And that's how we get a mind-body exercise. And you can apply that to so many other things. The 4 basic movements are also a way to teach you how to relax, how to get as relaxed as you can be, both physically in your body, that the movements are happening with the absolute minimum of effort, and also in your mind, that you allow your mind to relax. You let go of your thoughts in the past, you let go of your thoughts in the future, and you bring your mind to the present moment so that you're aware only of what you're doing in that moment and the sensations that you experience in that moment. So those are the main purposes of the basic movements. I think the basic form that we'll do this morning is actually one of my favorites to do because it's so simple. Once you've done it a couple of times, you really don't need to think about the movement. You really can bring your mind onto those other things. Those things that are the really important things. The relaxation, the mind-body connection through the breathing, the being present in the moment, experiencing life as it's happening. And always remember that less is more. Just because they're basic movements doesn't mean they're not effective movements. So allow your arms to come to a rest. And turn your waist and let your arms swing on. Again, loose and relax. So remember, it's the waist that is turning and the arms are moving only because the waist turns. It's like those little drums on the handle with the strings and the beads on the end that you spin. The handle, the drum spins, and the centrifugal force throws the beads out and makes them tap on the drum. That's exactly the way that you should do forehands knocking. Think about your center and turn your center from left to right and make your arms swing because of that movement. Good. Now bring the hands into the movement. So we're going to go smaller back on the opposite side and the front of the shoulder on the inside. So now we're stimulating urinary bladder points in the sea of vitality on the small of the back. And lung 1, lung 2 on the front. So we're doubling the kidney stimulation by adding in the bladder points, and we're also adding in lung stimulation. Good. And take the arms out. And bring the waist to a rest. Good. Head to one shoulder, roll it down and around to the shoulder without tilting it back, bringing it across the top. Exhale as you go around. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And change direction. So again, head to the shoulder. Roll your chin down and around. So remember, when we come across the top, we do not tilt the head back. Exhale as we go around. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Bend your knees, let your arms hang down, roll your So remember, your arms should be loose and relaxed. And if they really are loose and relaxed, your hands should move in circles and they should bump together. Good. Change direction. One. Good. Straighten up and rub your hands together. So remember, it's always, more than often than not, that at your joints, Qi, the flow of energy becomes restricted. So we loosen all the joints. Good. Rest. So all this massage, good. Next, other rest. All this massage stimulates all the joints. And when we do this, we're also stimulating a lot of acupuncture points. Good. Forearms. We're stimulating all the well, spring, stream, river, and sea points of the forearm. For the liver, the lungs, the pericardium, the triple warmer, the heart, and the small intestine. Good. Other elbow. So the points for the other 6 organs are on the feet and the legs. Good. Other elbow. Good. So there's 60 acupuncture points there that you've stimulated. Good. Interlace the fingers and roll the wrists around. They're commonly known in English as the Jing Well points, which is funny because you're basically saying, well, well. It's like people who call things, for those of you in the martial arts, it's the people who call them bow staffs. Yes, you're saying staff, staff. Get it. Good. Change direction. And there are actually quite a few more acupuncture points that you're stimulating as well when you do that massage from the elbows downwards. There's a lot going on when you do that self massage of the arms. Good. Push one wrist up and then the other. And nod. Rub your palms. So when we rub the palms now, we're helping to activate pericardium 8 at the center of the palm to get the energy to flow. And bring those hands onto the small of your back. Keep your head still, your head upright, and very gently circle your waist. Inhale as you move back. Exhale as you move forward. Inhale. Exhale. So slowly and gently trying to bring range of motion into your movement, trying to feel what's really happening as you do that. Good. Change direction. One more. That was Fair Maiden circles her waist. Now for Fair Maiden circles her hips, you can, if you choose, bring your feet as close together as you're safe and comfortable, or any distance apart from that shoulder width, whichever works best for you. So remember, when you do this, the movement is in your pelvis. You're going to tuck your pelvis forwards. You're going to tilt it to one side, untuck it and stick your butt back, tilt it up to the other side, and forwards again. Okay, so you have 4 directions, and the goal is to try and smooth that out so that you actually create a small circle. It is a very small, subtle movement, and you should feel this in your very, very lowest lumbar vertebrae. And you can always just do the 4 directions. That's one of the classic warm-up exercises before you do the muscle tendon changing classic exercise. Good. Change direction. One. Good. Then bring your feet as close together as you're safe and comfortable. Again, rub your palms. Activating again pericardium 8, so you can take the energy in your hands and you can rub your knees. And then ideally with the palm of the hand right on the kneecap, with the hands cupped, you're going to gently pat your knees. And stimulate that flow of energy. Okay. Now rest your hands above your knees, fingers pointing inwards. So there's no pressure on the knees here. The hands are just resting. And you're going to do a little squat and straighten. Inhale as you squat. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Straighten up. And then with your foot in the position, it would be as if you were standing on your tiptoes, so your foot is bent. You're going to tap the ball of one foot. And then the other. Good. So we're going to do one more today. No, actually, we're going to do two more today. So make a fist with one hand. Notice where your middle finger touches your palm. Where your middle finger touches your palm is pericardium 8. That's a very important acupuncture point that we use. So you're going to open your hand up, take the thumb of your other hand, and press on that spot. Now you can massage that a little bit if you want, if it feels good. So this is to help the pericardium. And the job of the pericardium is to protect your heart. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Good, change hands. So again, make a fist. Notice where the middle finger touches the palm. Open the hand up and place your thumb on that spot and gently press. The ideal is that you should do each hand for 1 minute every day. Help to keep your heart safe. So I had a question about one of the exercises that we did the other day. I can't remember if it was Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We did the yin junction. Okay, good. So your yin junction, if you think about where your collarbone is, and in the middle of your collarbone, right in your throat, you'll find a little indent. Okay, that's the yin junction. So you take your thumb and you can gently massage or gently press on that spot. Okay, this is, I want to say it's Ren 20. I can't remember the Chinese name for this. So this is the spot where your conception channel connects to all of your yin channels. So this is the spot where energy, qi, in the conception channel moves into the 6 channels for your yin organs. Okay, and massaging this will help that energy flow back and forth from the reservoir to the channels, from the channels to the reservoir. Okay. Good. So that's a little bit more on the yin junction. So this morning we're going to work on the 4 basic movements. So the first of the basic movements is up and down. So it's your hands moving. I'll go a little bit of an angle. It's your hands moving up and down. Now this is the classic opening movement in a lot of sequences that helps to regulate your blood and helps to regulate your qi flow, ready for an exercise. You could also do that up and down to the sides, like we do when we do flying like a goose. Now, how high the hands come up doesn't make a difference. You may come all the way up and all the way down. You could come up and down all the way to the front. You could come up to the front and down to the sides. Or up to the side and down to the front. And it doesn't just need to be both hands. One hand, as in uphold the heavens with one hand, or separating heaven and earth. As long as you've got movement up and down, we count it as an up and down movement. Okay? So that's the first one. Anything going up and down. So holding a ball in Shibashi is up and down. Looking up at the moon is up and down. Okay? So the second of our basic movements is in and out. So this is any time that your hands are moving closer to your body and moving further away from it. So you move in and out. And again, the classic is that we do this to the front. You can certainly also do it to the sides. Again, we do this one in the horse form. We do both of these in the horse form. Again, it doesn't need to be both hands. It could be just one hand pushing in and out. So for instance, when we do pushing palms in Shibashi, this is an in and out movement. Later on in Shibashi, we do punching. Again, that's an in and out movement. So it doesn't matter where you do it, how you do it, but if your hands are moving away from you, moving towards you, it's an in and out movement. So the next one, and these come in no particular order, the next one is an opening and closing movement. An opening and closing is when your hands come apart and come together. The classic example of that is with your hands at shoulder height that we do Phoenix spreads its wings, which is a great exercise for the lungs, which is very similar to the lung exercise from the 5 yin organ exercises. That just adds arm twisting, arm palms up and down into the movement. The other classic way we do this is in front of our lower dantian, our low energy center. And we play with the ball, we pull it apart, we push it together. And so quite where you do this, whether it's in front of the heart, whether it's in front of the head, whether it's shoulder height, whether it's up and down, whether it's diagonally, it doesn't matter. It's all an open and closed movement. So the fourth of the basic movements is circles. And my favorite circle is a vertical circle. So you're going roughly from your lower torso to your upper torso. So the movement isn't much in the upper arms, it's all in the lower arms from the elbows. Okay? And then of course you can go the other way. And of course you can go much bigger and you can add in leg movement to this. Again, as we do in Shibashi. So, vertical circles. Now the other way you can do vertical circles is directly in front of you. So your hands move away from the body and they move in. So yes, there is overlap between these movements. Okay? And of course, you can change direction. And then the third way we can do circles is horizontal circles. So you can do these with the feet shoulder width as we've been doing, or you can do them with 1 foot forwards, again, as we do in the horse form with grinding corn. It's a really, really good movement for your balance, your stability. Okay, and again, both directions. And of course, we would do both feet, both directions. So those are your 4 basic movements: up and down, in and out, open and close, and circles. So we're going to put those together. We're going to actually put five of those together. First of all, we're going to do the up and down, which is so many times done as the opening movement to a sequence. We're going to do that. Then we're going to do in and out with push the mountain. Then we're going to do open and close with Phoenix spreads its wings. And then we're going to do circles with circling a ball. And then we'll finish with up and down again. For up and down, we bring the fingertip to fingertip up to the chin, turn the hands palm down and press down. In so many sequences, this up and down movement is your closing movement for a sequence to gather and store your chi, your energy. Okay? So it's an arbitrary sequence. It's just the way that I personally enjoy doing these. So we want to be thinking about being present, feeling everything that we're doing, working on our relaxation, physical, that you're using as little effort as you can, mental, that you're being present and thinking only of what you're doing, working on your breathing, maybe working on coordinating your breathing with your movement. And once we get going, feel free to go at your own pace, okay? There's no need to keep time with me as we do this. The number of repetitions is unimportant, okay? So if I change from one to the next and you're still in the middle of one, just finish it off and move when you're ready, okay? So there's plenty to work on when we do this. So we're going to do maybe 8 or so repetitions of this, of each one. Now, when you do this, you may find, especially those of you that do shibashi with me a lot, you find the tendency you want to bend and straighten. That's fine. When we get to circling a ball, if you find you want to turn, that's fine too. When we do pushing the mountain, if you feel a little bit of a sway forwards and backwards, again, that's fine. If it happens naturally, allow it to happen. So feet shoulder width apart, toes straight forwards, back up straight, head up tall, knees a little relaxed so there's movement in them. So take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, let go of all the thoughts that you have of the past. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, let go of all the thoughts that you have of the future, as the future is yet to exist. So bring yourself to be truly present in this moment. And feel your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. Feel your hands sink. Inhale as your hands float up. Exhale as your hands sink. Inhale. Exhale. Push the mountain. So your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. Pull in. And press forward. Inhale as you pull in. Exhale as you push. Inhale. Exhale. Phoenix spreads its wings. Send your palms to face each other. Open your arms out to the side. Gentle squeeze of the shoulders together. And close. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your shoulders stay down and relaxed. It's one of the lessons that you can learn from. Circling a ball, bring your hands to imagine holding a ball. Between them, bring your hands down. Circle up to your left, across, and down to your right. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come. Inhale. Exhale. Stop at the bottom. Change direction. Circle up to your right. Across. Down to your left. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come. Inhale. Exhale. And the closing movement. When you reach the bottom, turn your hands fingertip to fingertip. Bring the hands palm up to the height of your chin. Press your hands down. Inhale as your hands come up. Exhale as your hands press. Inhale. Exhale. When your hands reach the bottom, turn the palms to face each other. Make sure there's a little space underneath your shoulders, space between your fingers. Your thumbs are the level of your navel. That puts pericardium 8, Lao Gong, at the level of Ren 6. The Sea of Qi, your lower Danchan, your lower end. It's usually at this spot that most people will feel their energy, feel their Qi between their hands. And remember, just try and be the observer rather than the searcher. Just notice what you feel. And then gently pull your hands apart. Push them together. Inhale as you pull apart. Exhale, push together. And one more. Good, and let go. So those are the 4 basic movements. So you can use those 4 in any way you choose. We've done them a couple of different ways over the last few weeks. We did one where we built it, and we just kept adding on rather than moving from one to the next. So many different ways to do that, but really, really good for you. Hopefully you felt some chi between your hands. If you didn't, just keep at it. It's all about being sensitive to your chi, about cultivating your chi, and just noticing it, okay? It will happen. It took me a long time, so don't get discouraged. So I'd like to work on a couple of other of those basic movements today. I want to do grinding corn. So I want you to put your left foot pointing out to the corner. I want you to put your right foot pointing forward. Now, when you look down at your feet, if you were to slide your front foot back, it must miss your back foot by about 4 to 6 inches, okay? If you slide your front foot back and it touches the back heel, you're walking on a tightrope, so spread your feet out a little wider. Feet firmly on the floor. So we're going to shift our weight forwards and backwards, and we're going to turn our belly button. When you have most of the weight on the back foot, your belly button is going to be pointing in the same direction as your back foot. When your weight is mostly on the front foot, your belly button's going to be pointing with that foot. You're going to end up with about 2/3 of your weight on the front foot when you're forward. When you're back, you want to try and end up with like 90% of your weight on the back foot. So hands palm down about the level of your navel. So you're going to shift your weight forwards. You're going to turn to the right, to the front foot. You're going to shift your weight back and pull the hands in. And turn the belly button to the left foot. Exhale as you shift forward. Inhale as you shift back. Exhale. Inhale. So try and keep your back upright, keeping the shoulders directly above the pelvis. It's unimportant how big the circles are with your hands. What is important is how well you are controlling your weight shift forwards and backwards and controlling the turning of your center. Good. When you reach the left hip, change direction. So shift forwards, bring the hands across to the right hip, shift, reach out, shift, and turn to the left foot. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you come. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Good. So change feet. So I'll go sideways and give you another perspective of this. So when you want your right foot pointing out on a 45-degree angle. Left foot pointing straight forward. Slide the left foot back. It misses your right foot. Weight and belly button with the right foot, hands palm down in front of your center. So hopefully you'll have noticed that there is not much of this going on. There's a lot of this going on. Okay, most of the hand movement is in and out. There is a little bit of a circle, but most of it is in and out. The circle comes from your weight shifting forwards, your belly button turning forwards, your weight shifting and your belly button turning to the back. So again, we exhale as we shift and turn to the left foot. Inhale as we shift and turn to the left. Exhale. Inhale. So if you're thinking about the 6 harmonies, your hips and your shoulders are moving together. Your knees and your elbows are moving together. You're trying to keep your back as upright as you can. You have to let me know how well I did with this. Good. When you reach the right hip, change direction. Bring your hands across the left hip. As you shift forward, reach out. Inhale as you come back. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale. Exhale. And your feet stay firmly planted on the floor on this one. Your belly button should not go up and down. It should stay at the same level all the way. One more time. Good. So that was grinding corn. That is one of the best exercises that you can do for fall prevention. Helping to teach you to keep the shoulders above the pelvis, helping you to control your weight shift, helping you to control the movement of your center, okay? A lot of people think about balance as standing on one foot, but that's not something that we do every day. Whereas we do move and hopefully walk about and go about our daily business. And it's that we want to improve.